Hello students, today we are going to do the first lesson, Who Did Patrick's Homework, from your English book Suckle. Homework, as you all know, you must be also getting from school. Homework is a work which children do at home to revise the work done in school. In the same manner, Patrick used to get homework. Patrick never did homework. Too boring, he said. Patrick never used to do his homework because he used to feel that it is boring. He played hockey and basketball and Nintendo instead. In spite of doing the homework, he used to play hockey, basketball and Nintendo. Nintendo is a type of a video game. His teachers told him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a thing. His teachers used to tell him, Patrick, if you are not going to do your homework, you will never learn anything. And it's true. When you are not going to do your work, when you are not going to revise your work, you will never learn anything. And sometimes he did feel like an ignoramus. Sometimes he used to feel that he is an ignorant person who lacks in education, who has no knowledge. But what could he do? He hated homework. But what could he do then? He did not like to do homework, so he never used to do it. Then one day, he found his cat playing with a doll and he grabbed it away. One day, he found his cat. He had a pet cat at home. He found his cat playing with a little doll. You all know what is a doll? A type of a toy. And he grabbed it away and he took it away from the cat. To his surprise, it wasn't a doll. He was surprised that it was not a doll at all, but a man of the tiniest size. It was not a doll, it was a man, very small size. He had a little wool shirt with old-fashioned breeches and a high tall hat, much like a witch. That small man, that tiny man, he was wearing a little wool shirt. A woolen shirt which you must be wearing in winters. And he was wearing a old-fashioned breeches. Breeches are short trousers. Okay? And a high tall hat. He was wearing a very tall hat like a witch. The witches use these types of hats. He yelled, he screamed, he shouted loudly, Save me! Don't give me back to that cat. I'll grant you a wish. I promise you that. That small man, he shouted and asked Patrick to save him from the cat. And he said, in return, I'll give you a wish. And he promises to give him a wish. Patrick couldn't believe how lucky he was. Now Patrick thought, oh, I have become a lucky man because I have saved the tiny man from the cat. Here was the answer to all of his problems. He has got the answer to his problem. What was his problem? His problem was that he never used to study. So he said, only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester. That's 35 days. Now he asked Elf, the small man, to do his work for 35 days. In Patrick's school, the semester was of 35 days, so he asked him to complete his work till then. If you do a good enough job, I could even get A's. He told the elf that if you're going to do something good, if you're going to study well for me, I might get A. All of you must be getting A in the class. And when you get A, you must be feeling very, very happy. So in the same way, he was thinking that if he gets A, then he'll be also very happy. The little man's face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. Now, there were wrinkles, there were some lines on the small man's face. Now, he kicked his leg and doubled his fist. He was in anger. He kicked his leg and he doubled his fist. He joined his fists together and he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. He pursed his lips. Oh, I'm cursed, but I'll do it. Now the elf said, Oh, I'm cursed. This is something a curse for me. But I have promised, so I'll do it. And true to his word, the little elf began to do Patrick's homework. Except there was one glitch. Now he found a fault here. He started doing his work, but there was something in a machinery. A machinery here is of elf, not a normal machine. Okay? The elf didn't always know what to do, and he needed help. Every time Patrick used to ask him to do the work, elf never knew anything, and he needed a help. Help me, he said. And Patrick would have to help in whatever way. Now, Patrick couldn't say no. Whatever way or whatever help he required, he had to help. I don't know this word, the elf squeaked while reading Patrick's homework. Get me a dictionary. No, what's even better? The word and sound it out by each letter. Now, when he used to do English work, he used to tell him, I can't read this word. I don't know what is it. Get me a dictionary. No, don't get me a dictionary. Why don't you do one thing? The meaning and tell me the meaning. So in this way, the elf was trying to help Patrick in reading. If you're going to read, only then you'll come to know what the word is. And if you don't know the meaning of the word, you must look into the dictionary to find out the meaning. When it came to maths, Patrick was out of luck. What a times table, the elf shrieked. Now, when it came to maths, the elf used to shout and say, What a times table! You all must be learning tables in school. But elf says, we don't know tables. We elves never need that. And addition and subtraction and division and fractions. Elf never knew how to add, subtract, divide or do any fractions. Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me. Elf used to ask him to sit next to him and guide him how to do the work. Elf knows nothing of human history. To them, it is a mystery. When it comes to history, elf used to say, we elves, we don't know about anything about history. You have to help us because for us, history is a mystery. We cannot solve this riddle. So the little elf, already a shouter, just got louder. Go to the library. I need books, more and more books, and you can help me read them too. Now, each time the elf needed a help, he used to ask Patrick to go to the library and get him some books. The elf used to ask the boy only to read the book because when you're going to read, it is going to help you. As much as you're going to read, you are going to get knowledge out of it. As a matter of fact, every day, in every way, the little elf was a nag. Now, in every way, in everything, that little elf, the small man, used to trouble or complain about things to Patrick. Patrick was working harder than ever, and was it a track? Now Patrick was working very, very hard. How? Because when the elf never knew a meaning of a word, Patrick had to take out the meaning. When elf never knew tables, Patrick had to learn the tables. When elf wanted help in history, Patrick went and bought some books. So it was Patrick who was doing the hard work. He was staying up nights, had never felt so weary, was going to school with his eyes puffed and blurry. Now he used to get up late at night, study. He was always tired, and with his puffy eyes, with his tired eyes, he used to go to the school. Finally, the last year of school arrived, and the elf was free to go. Finally, it was the last day of the school, and now the elf was free to go. As for homework, there was no more. Now there was no more homework. So he quietly and slyly slipped out the back door. So very quietly he went out of the house from the back door. Why from the back door? Because he didn't want Patrick to know that Elf has gone. Otherwise Patrick would stop him. Patrick got his A's. His classmates were amazed. His teachers smiled and were full of praise. Now, Patrick in his exams got very good marks. He got A's in all the subjects. His friends were even shocked, teachers were shocked, and they all were praising him. And his parents? They wondered what had happened to Patrick. They were surprised what has happened to Patrick. Because now Patrick was a changed child. He was a model kid. Model kid means he was a very good kid. He had become a model for others. They wondered what happened to Patrick. Because Patrick used to clean his room. He did his chores. They were all surprised because he was doing all his work himself. Was cheerful, never rude. He was never rude to anyone. He was cheerful to everyone. Like he had developed a whole new attitude. Now he has changed. He had a feeling about everyone. He had feeling about someone. He had feeling about other people. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he had made the tiny man do all his homework. In the end, Patrick thought that he has got success because the tiny man had helped him. The tiny man had worked hard for him. But it is not true. But I'll share a secret just between you and me. It wasn't the elf. Patrick had done it himself. This is a true fact. Patrick did hard work, not the elf. This is a secret which I want to share with you, that if Patrick has not worked hard, he wouldn't have got this success. So if you want to get success, you always must work hard. I hope the lesson is clear to you.